this is a show about dreams coming true, and the fact that I'm up here is a dream coming true, because I fangirl so much about this show, there should be a restraining order on me. I don't want to waste any time, so let's just get started. I'm Yvette Nicole Brown, by the way. Thank you for coming. I want to bring out this wonderful cast and the creators. So first we're going to start out with Eddie Kitsis and Adam Horowitz, who created this wonderful universe. Everybody has to find their names. Up next is someone that gave me my own little personal charm attack this morning, Josh Dallas, who plays Charm. Up next is the fabulous and beautiful Emma Swan, Jennifer Morrison. And the lovely man that has Emma in the palm of his hand, Jared S. Gilmore, who plays Henry. We have the gorgeous and vivacious evil queen, Regina Lana Parrilla. We have the beautiful and winsome Belle, played by Emily Duravin. And last but certainly not least, we have Rumple, Mr. Gold Robert. You guys, it has been an amazing season in Storybrooke and the Enchanted Forest. I just don't even know where to start except to say, there's a big question that I got on Twitter, and I want to give this to Eddie and Adam. What is the difference between true love and soulmates? Is there a difference? What is the difference?
I'm not, not sure. Well, I would say this. I would say that in our version of true love is when you truly love somebody, and soulmate is the idea that there's only one person for you, and I think on our show we've learned that happy endings aren't what they expect, and so even though you love somebody, if that doesn't work out, it's okay to love again.
And I think with both true love and with soulmates, there are things that are in flux. You can work and you can find them, and there is always hope for finding what you think is your true love or your soulmate.
I know that you can't find them on Twitter.
There's been a lot this season about Belle and Rumbell. And there was a bit of deception in that finale. Robert, I want you to explain yourself. There's a dagger that is not a dagger, that is a dagger that you gave to Belle, and it wasn't the real dagger.
It's very confusing.
And then you asked her to marry you, and there's stuff that happened, so I need you to explain yourself like this. Do the ends justify the means?
Well, I certainly hope so. I think that the story's got a long way to play. I think this dagger may come back again, and get lost again, and come back again, and get lost again. It's very difficult. Rumpelstiltskin is such a complex kind of guy, complex character. He's an addict. And he's addicted to power. He's addicted to magic. And it's very, very difficult, as anybody knows, that's been involved in any kind of addiction in their life, very, very difficult to shake that, to break that. And that's where this guy is.
Can he truly love, since he's addicted to power?
That's a really good question, that one.
When we wrote it, he absolutely loved her. You know, he absolutely loved Belle. Everything he said to her was genuine. Those vows were genuine, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have his weaknesses.
And there's a dark side to him always that he's at war with, but the love is real.
Yeah, I think so. I think he does love her. I don't think there's any doubt he loves Belle dearly. But it's whether he can maintain that or not. That's the question.
Yeah, that's going to be hard.
Belle, do you think that you're Rumple's conscience? Do you think you're the one that keeps him from going completely to the dark side?
I do to a degree. I think that she's the calm in his life and the reasoning person in the relationship. And I by no means can completely control anyone. I don't think anyone can in life, but I think she does her best, and gives him the benefit of the doubt whenever she can. maybe a little too trusting with this whole dagger situation.
Right, so I mean, what do you think? I'm not giving out any spoilers, but what do you think her reaction is going to be when she finds out what he did? Because it was very dirty, what he did.
It's not very nice at all. I think she's going to be quite devastated, but once again, I think that we're going to try and turn it into, maybe you turn it into a different situation to validate yourself that you're trying to protect me, and then I believe that, maybe.
No.
They'll just want the project.
I have a question for Jared. From the beginning, you have been, to me, the heart of the show, the most endearing character. Yes, that's a clap break if I've ever heard. But I want to say this, young Jared, you were chilling as Pan. Chilling. And I want to know what that was like for you to go and play the whole other side of, well, you weren't yourself, but another side, another character.
Yeah, you know, it was amazing playing Pan for a change, because Henry's such a nice person. He wants to make everyone happy. He wants to help as much as he can. Where Pan, he's the bad guy. He wanted to cast the curse and enslave everyone in Storybook, pretty much. And he was willing to do anything to do that, even kill Felix, his right-hand man. So it's a lot different than playing me. Yeah.
Eddie and Adam, I remember you said once that Neverland was not the easiest land to clear. So what is the process like usually for you guys when you say, I want to go to this land or I want to show this character? Is the process easy usually to clear, or is it something that where someone said yes quicker than you expected?
It varies, you know. With Neverland, it was something we wanted a part of the show from the start, and we were very lucky that our partners at ABC were able to make that happen for us by the time we got to the second season. But it's, you know, kind of a case-by-case basis.
So what is the writer's room like if you come up with an idea and it's like, I want to do it?
Well,
how do you guys figure it out?
That, you know, we are up here, but there is a team of writers. Many have been with us since the beginning, and so what we thought is it might be fun if you see, like, hey, what made you decide, you know, how do you come up with the villains, how do you come up with the stories? And what we do is every year we do what we call mini camp. So we thought...
This year we had a documentary crew take a look at that process.
Okay, I have a question for the lovely Lana. First of all, girl, you are fierce in every way. You know I adore you. And you had an amazing year. You fell in love, you had revenge, you had heartbreaking moments because Henry didn't remember you. So I want to know, what has this year been like for you, and how delicious has it been to play all these different sides of Regina?
It's been awesome. So much fun. I love her arc, from where she started with this void in her heart, and she was this badass evil queen, to realizing her potential to love someone, this someone, who filled the void, to then meeting her true love.
Yes.
She's just come so far. I'm proud of her growth.
Well, I want to say this. How bad is it going to get for Emma now? Because Mary, I don't know if you know, but Mary.
That's why they seated us at opposite ends of the table.
How you feeling, Jen? You feel all right about what you got? How you feeling?
Seated over here.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen with this situation now that you brought back Mary?
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things that, this is the genius of Eddie and Adam. It's an impossible situation. I can't apologize for saving a life, and also I'm horrified that I've gotten in the way of Regina's happiness. And then I think we all sort of become concerned that that might spiral her back into some of her old ways. And because she has come so far, and because we all have all grown together so much, I think Emma's going to be very determined to try to keep her in the good place in her life, you know, and trying to keep something positive between them. So it's been cool. It adds a really nice element of conflict and concern and generosity between them a little bit, in the sense that, like I said, Emma really wants to try to keep her in a good place.
I want to segue to something because you've had a few suitors on the show, Jennifer. It's a few.
None of them are
It's a few. It's about 5 or 6 really good-looking men that just throwing themselves at you.
Best job ever.
I want to know who do you think her soulmate is? Because we had Graham, we had Neil, we had Hook. Now it's like, who is it?
I feel like that might be an Eddie and Adam question because
Neither one of us. I think, for Emma, it's interesting. She's on a journey, and it's not really about her relationship. I mean, that's a part of it, but it's about her finding herself. And we've seen over the 3 seasons so far a woman who is lost. Nobody's listening to me.
Oh, he's so cute. Aren't they adorable?
Emma's on her way. We'll just see we'll see what happens.
Since we're talking about the cutie to your left, is your left, right, left, right, left, left. Colin. Hi, Colin. So we hear that Hook's going to come out of the Hookish garb this year, and he's going to have regular clothes. That's what I heard. And I wondered, before you leave those clothes, how heavy are they?
The new clothes or the old clothes?
The old clothes.
I think the jacket weighs, I think they told me it was 50 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're kind of happy that you're going into new.
Yeah, it'd be nice to wear something new.
Yeah, I remember, we lost a great character this year. We lost Neil, and I thought all of the buys were touching, but the one that touched me the most was when you got to say, I forgot that, I haven't touched on the fact that I was with you when you were a little boy. So how was that for you, for Hook to chase after one Bellfire's love, right?
Yeah.
And then how was it to kind of have that moment to say goodbye to him?
It was great. It was kind of, because Mikey and I are great friends as well, so it was kind of a touching scene to do, you know what I mean? And it's a big thing for Hook to suddenly realise that, he would have given up everything for Bellfire. Mm-hmm. If he'd said that he wanted to stay on the Jolly Roger, and he would have, looked after him, and his whole life would have been a completely different thing, but I think in that moment he realised that, there are more important things than, sort of chasing, or, people having fighting and stuff like that, and it was just about his pure love for Bellfire, I guess.
Agreed. Josh, I'm sorry, we're trying to do a panel. You're
sorry about that.
Distracted. I know you're busy. You got stuff happening. I don't know why you're on your phone. Can I ask the question I have?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fighting to ask you a question, Josh.
Please.
Okay, for everyone I hear that once it's been an amazing experience, but for you, it's been a life-changing experience, career-wise, and also because, you found your love, your true love. So how is Ginny doing? How is the little prince? How's all that?
Fatherhood is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. Jenny is doing great. Oliver is, he is probably my soulmate for sure. So they're doing great.